good left-handed cricketer. Well, talking about left-handers, still in a Kandambi. I think he played at the wrong time. Tremendous talent, but there was so much of the Sri Lanka team was so strong that he just couldn't break through. But he has the numbers behind his name now, succeeding as a coach. Yeah, about Chaturanga De Silva, he slowed down a little bit, isn't it, Maha? He tends to bowl a little bit quicker, but on this surface he understands bowling it slower. He's been in the mid-80s, the one into 90, but he's getting some turn and bounce. That's why I feel that the spinners are going to be crucial in this space.
Lovely. Run down.
Very, very tidy start by Chaturanga. Just concedes 2 runs after 319 without loss.
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहाँ हर रोज ग्रोसरीज पे मिलती है जबरदस्त डील्स।
जाइए चेक कीजिए आज की डील्स।
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहां हर रोज आपको मिलेंगी जबरदस्त डील्स। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Net run rates are quite crucial in a tournament like this, where the top 4 of the 5 teams qualify for the playoff round. This is where teams are at. Of course, Dambulla Aura playing in their first match today.
Beautiful. That's what this young man, Sadira Samaravikrama, can produce. What a lovely shot. Nice stride and a push through mid-off. Shot of the day for me, without a doubt. Way transition, front foot, middle of the bat. Wow. Absolutely classy.
Edge. And away from the wicket keeper, yeah. The expression says it all. No slip in play. That's the risk you run as a fielding team when you don't invest in attacking fielders.
And the difference of the length, straight away, that back of the length, awkward for the opening batsman. You can say he played it deliberately, but I just feel he didn't intend to go that fine. Nicely bowled, but just unfortunately for Dambulla, there was no slip fielder.
Just had time to adjust a little bit, just ran it down, used his hands. Just a slice over cover, more runs here. Not in control, but he'll get a boundary. He's been lucky the second time, but he's got 3 consecutive boundaries, just getting that run rate where it should be. They're going at just under 9 now.
3 different boundaries, isn't it? First one middle of the bat, second one's quite edgy, and this one square. Didn't time it well, but still. See a best thing about batting in the power play, even though you don't get anywhere middle of the bat, willing to take those risks, being aggressive. Always there's runs to be made.
You spoke about investing in close catchers. Now, just trying to understand the Dambulla captain's mentality. You're defending a small score and you need to get your wickets. You got to dismiss batters. So in a scenario like that, not having a close catcher. Now these are the 3 boundaries we're talking about. The first one, look at this. This is what made you say that.
Indeed, Roshan, it's an important point, and tactically as a captain, you've got to make decisions as the game unfolds. Given the fact that you're defending a low total, you have to have a little more bias towards attacking fields early in the innings. The reason why I say that batters are usually more vulnerable at the start of the innings, so you should have that bias early on, whether it's to use the slip. And you can see that Van Meekeren is getting the ball to swing away from the right-hander, so that's a good gamble to take, especially in this situation. Of course, sometimes it will not go in your favor, but you gotta try. Try to create a facade and a scenario where if the batter makes a mistake, you get a good chance of getting a wicket. End of the fourth, 32 without loss.
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहाँ हर रोज ग्रोसरीज पे मिलती है जबरदस्त डील्स।
जाइए चेक कीजिए आज की डील्स।
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहां हर रोज आपको मिलेंगी जबरदस्त डील्स। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
The balance between attack and defense, such an important one for captains in this format of the game. Last delivery of the last over was quite high, surprisingly not called a wide.
That confuses me actually, how the umpires tend to decide on wides. They sometimes confirm that that's the one for the over, but sometimes it definitely looks a wide. Played behind point. Just fired in a little bit. Bhanuka Rajapaksa pulling it back. 3 runs.
Valiant effort by Rajapaksa to save 1 run. Just about the wide. I just thought umpires missed it. Should have been a wide. Avishka Fernando was on his toes, jumping it up, but just felt that umpires could have called it. This is nicely played by Samar Vikrama. Slightly short by De Silva. Placement was very, very important and got it as well. Run rate of 8.4 into the 5th over.
The other important point, when you defending a total of 121, as a captain you got to try and understand which of your bowlers are attacking bowlers and which ones are more conservative in the scenario. That's beautiful. That's as elegant as you will get in the game of cricket. Lofted drive, over cover, really classy.
It reminds me a bit of Mahela Javardhana there. Through the extra cover, very important shot against the left arm spinner for a right-hander, giving a little bit of room. The blade of the bat, elbow. Wow. We've seen 2 best strokes of the day, one from Sadir the previous over, and now from Avishka Fernando.
And Roshan, it's a case of risk and reward. You've got to balance that as a captain. If you use your attacking bowlers, you've got to give them the latitude and accommodation to concede runs.
See, that's the problem. That's the difference. That's what I think Dambulla is not doing at the moment. He's just taken a step back at the moment. He's removed his slip. Yes, there's been a boundary, but then he needs to recognize that there is also an opportunity. Because all you need is wickets. You need to try and create that opening. By taking a step back, he seems to play into the hands of the batters.
You're so right. It's like reacting to the game as against being proactive. Take nothing away from these openers. They're playing really well. Samara Wikrama showing his class. That's a deft touch. Just opening the blade using the pace. And he's looking so good.
Nicely played by Sadira, quite deliberate. Neatly done in the end. Just on the subject what you were having a chat about, gentlemen, I think that's where Dasun Shan has got it wrong. He hasn't identified the bowlers. Who's going to be the content bowler and who's going to be the attacking bowler. I think that's where they've been lacking. 5 gone, 45 for no loss.
Goodbye Grace, goodbye mixing, goodbye पुराना है कलरिंग का तरीका। हेलो स्ट्रीट सेंस्टा शैम्पू हेयर कलर, इसे सूखे बालों पे लगाएं और 5 मिनट में धो डालें। हेयर कलर करना अब शैम्पू जितना आसान। न्यू स्ट्रीट सेंस्टा शैम्पू हेयर कलर।
बदलते मौसम के लिए अपने बच्चों को तैयार करें।
उनका सालाना फ्लू वैक्सीनेशन कराएं। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने पीडियाट्रिशियन की सलाह लें।
The lights take effect here at Amantota. And once again, the beautiful birds at this time of the day, taking to the skies. Wonderful shots from the cameraman out here this evening to go along with the wonderful batting that we've seen from the Jaffna Kings so far. 45 for no loss. And over to go in the power play. Run rate way up at 5. At the moment, in total control.
Yeah, skillful batting from these two openers. Without taking too many risks. They're doing a fantastic job for their side.
That's the problem when you don't have runs on the board. 121 is the target. It's a runner ball. They're not forcing the batters to do anything extra. And they can pace the innings ever so nicely. Couple of balls ago, Sikandaraza. Just a wobbler, wasn't it? Like side-ish.
Hit him on the full, hit him outside the line of the leg stump. Just confirming himself. Vishnu Fernando.
Yeah, when you're defending a small total as a captain, you have to tell the opposition that we are coming for you by placing attacking fielders. It wasn't to be seen, and that's why there was no pressure on the batsmen. They came out with all the confidence in the world. They backed their ability, and off to a very good start.
He dropped his arm a little bit on that occasion. Come up with all sorts. Trying to get an edge on the opposition. That's more a hasaranga. Dropping off the knee. Yep. Down on the knee. Trying to guarantee that hasaranga bowls.
He's tweeted a lot about his bowling action over the last 2-3 years. If you see it now as normal action, pretty much like Sunil Narayan picked that up when he played CPL cricket with him 2 or 3 seasons ago, hiding the ball in the run-up. He's another one who's got a wide variety of deliveries. He uses it across all formats. Brings up the 50, power play's done. Jaffna in good control.
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहाँ हर रोज ग्रोसरीज पे मिलती है जबरदस्त डील्स।
जाइए चेक कीजिए आज की डील्स।
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहां हर रोज आपको मिलेंगी जबरदस्त डील्स। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
.72 required to win in 84 balls. Chaturanga. 2 overs have gone, 15 so far, yet to get a wicket. Of course, neither of the bowlers are.
Yeah, good to see umpire Lyndon Hannibals having a smile on his face. Signaling the end of the 6 overs. 49 for no loss, that's what Dambulla had at the end of the 6th. Now, Sadira Samaravikrama, the way he's played, it's been absolutely brilliant. Some very good shots he's scoring at 180 strike rate. Now he's in only because Ramnullah Gurbaz got injured yesterday. Now that gives the Kings a fantastic option. Samaravikrama keeps. So you could even bring in a different type of play if you want from the overseas lot that you have. A bowler or Gurbaz can come back in. They've also left out Tom Colacadmo. Of course, he's had concussion issues in the past. Nothing happened to him yesterday, but they've opted to take precautionary measures and rest him. They're playing back to back.
I think Samrat Vikrama is a better option, given the conditions with the ball. is responding to the pass with a huge shout. That was an arm delivery. You could see 3 stumps when the ball actually
Director, player
hit
review
the
for
pads.
LPL. Original decision is not out. Give me the side on for the no goal. Fair delivery, go to front on spin, please.
Well, Chaturanga De Silva was very confident, but did the ball turn? That's the question. To me, it's sliding along. They can see all 3 stumps, so that's a poor review. I think it did pitch in line with the stumps, but it needed to straighten to get the man.
It's the desperation, isn't it? Desperate for a wicket. Thinking maybe we'll get it. Maybe it'll be the umpire's call and we'll be able to hold on to our review, but they won't be able to. Clearly missing leg stump by a fair distance. He's very confident. And asking the captain to go up for the review. Not to be.
When you get your local players playing really well and you can trust them, that's when the team becomes stronger. Because then you can bring in X factors from your overseas recruits. So Avishka Fernando, we know what he can do. Quietly playing himself into the tournament and back into form. Samara Vikrama in this when gives you such good options. The bowling looks strong already though. We didn't see where Lalage played. Shakti behind the Kings.
That's good headaches for the technical department. And we've got players coming in to replace another player. Like for like in a sense, because you can keep as well. And performing. Oh, bite and turn. Too much to get the outside edge, but encouraging nonetheless. 7 gone, 53 for none.
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहाँ हर रोज ग्रोसरीज पे मिलती है जबरदस्त डील्स।
जाइए चेक कीजिए आज की डील्स।
जियो मार्ट आज की डील्स, जहां हर रोज आपको मिलेंगी जबरदस्त डील्स। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Right, well that Jaffna King's worm just taking a bit of a dip from about the 6th over, but that's not a problem. And they've lost no wickets. You can expect them with just 5 to the over needed from here on to continue on their merry way. 53 the partnership and 44 balls.
Yep, you're right, Tino, not a problem. Because the wicket's in hand. But that last delivery, the way Chaturanga De Silva bowled, slightly higher. And see what happens. The problem is there's Noor Ahmed, there's Ramesh Mendis to come. Can they bowl like this? We've seen a couple of innings change course in this passage of play.
Yeah, the last delivery of the last over was a fantastic delivery. When as a left-arm spinner you lower your arm, the batsmen tend to feel the ball is going to come with the arm. It turned and it bounced
Great turn, boy.
and beat the batsman comprehensively.
Especially in the day game, the afternoon game, where dew is not a factor. The ball doesn't skid on, it stays the same. The way the spinners bowl when the field is spread, innings have changed, the course of the innings have changed. That's the way to do it. Go slightly in the air to get it to grip. Yesterday, it was Gold Gladiators. 55 runs they were all out for after being 58 for no loss. Earlier today, 63 for no loss. 58 runs in the next 13 overs. So they got to believe. They have to believe. Anything can happen.
Now they have to string few dot deliveries together to create that pressure on the batsman. And impel the batsman into taking few chances like that. But he was in control on that occasion. Samra Vikrama, he has looked good from the word go.
Controlled. The stroke, slightly over pitch from Noor Ahmed. Understands that the fielders are in a circle, doesn't try and hit it too hard. Just enough elevation, wide of the fielder at middle. Gets a boundary.
He's got 5 in the circle. Mid off his end, there's a slip. He's tossing it up. I like what he's trying to do. But Samara Vikrama, he's got different plans. He's reading the bowler well. Look at how he adjusts the angle of the body and just kicks it, drop kicks it over those 2 fielders.
He has a good technique, that's for sure. Samra Vikrama, for the second time he was able to pick up a boundary in this over, the 8th over. It's 63 without loss.
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना,
वो सपना जो बुना तुझे लगा गुनगुना।
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा, फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
63 for naught, and Roshan Abhisinghe has gone roaming around the boundary. Let's go and find out who he's got.
Right, මාත් සමග සිටින ආචාර්ය චන්දික විරාජිත තාඹුගල ඔහු තමයි දඹුල්ල ඕරා කණ්ඩායමේ අයිතිකරු සහ සභාපති සභාපති ඕරා ලංකා ප්‍රථමයෙන්ම ආචාර්යතුමනි අපිට කියන්න සභාපතිතුමනි කියන්න ඇයි ඔබ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ආයෝජනය කරන්න තීරණය කරේ?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම මම මේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට ගොඩක් ආදරේ ඒ වගේම මගේ මවුරට. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මම ලංකාව වෙනුවෙන් විශාල ආයෝජන ගෙනල්ලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ හින්දා මට මේ ක්‍රීඩාවටත් ආයෝජනය කරන්න හිතුණා.
LPL වැනි තරගාවලියකට ඒමට මොකක්ද ඔබේ අදහස? මොකක්ද මූලික හේතුව උනේ?
ලංකාවේ ක්‍රිකටුත් ලෝකේ ජය ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා ලංකාවේ ක්‍රිකට් මුළු ලෝකෙටම යන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් IPL ජය අරන් තියෙනවා නම් LPL උත් ජය ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි මගේ මූලික අරමුණ වෙන්නේ.
ඔබට කොහොමද පේන්නේ දැන් ඔබ මේ ආයෝජනය කරලා තියෙනවා? ඔබට කොහොමද දැන් LPL තරගාවලිය පෙනෙන්නේ? ඉදිරියට LPL තරගාවලියත් සමග ඔබ රැඳී සිටිනවද?
ඔව් දැන් ඇත්තටම ඉදිරියටත් මම මේ දඹුල්ල සමග දිගටම රැඳී ඉන්නවා. මොකද මේ ආයෝජනය මම දිගටම කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මොකද මගේ මුලින් ආයෝජනයක් කරොත් මම ඒකයි නවත්තන්නේ නැහැ. මොන බාධකාවක් දිගටම කරගෙන යනවා.
ඔබ ව්‍යාපාරිකයෙක් හැටියට අපි දන්නවා ඔබ විශේෂයෙන්ම ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුලත් ඔබ ව්‍යාපාර කරනවා. ඉතින් ඒක ගැන අපිට සුළු හැඳින්වීමක් කරොත්
ඔව් ඇත්තටම මම කෘෂිකර්මය වෙනුවෙන් තමයි විශාල ආයෝජනයක් යොදු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මොකද ඩොලර් මිලියන 783ක් වගේ ආයෝජන මුදලක් මොකද මේ කෘෂිකර්මය වෙනුවෙන් යොදවලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මම මේ තව අපේ දේශීය ව්‍යාපාර වෙනුවෙන් යොදවලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ඒ වගේම සංගීතයටත් මේ වගේ විශාල ආයෝජනයක් යොදවලා තියෙනවා. මොකද එන්ටර්ටේන්මන්ට් තමයි අපිට ලෝකයේ දිනන්න අපේ ලංකාව ලෝකයේ තියෙන රටවල් හඳුනා ගන්න ලංකාව අපේ ටුවරිසම් ආකර්ෂණය කරනවා නම් ඉදිරියේ මම ටුවරිසම් ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකකට අත තියන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අපේ මේ ලංකාවට අපි විදේශිකයන් ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා නම් අපි අපේ ලංකාව ඉස්සලාම මාකටිං කරන්න ඕනේ. මම හිතුවා මේ ක්‍රීඩාව තමයි අපිට ඒක හොඳම තෝතැන්න කියලා.
හොඳයි බොහොම ස්තුතියි සභාපතිතුමනි.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roshan Abhisinghe. And it's been an over of singles.
Dambulla owner, a lot of investments in Sri Lanka, doing really well, and he hopes to continue what he's started with the team agriculture being their main business. They play it nicely, working the gaps, getting closer to that target, got close to the boundary. But there was support for the field and hence just the 2. So that's the end of the 9th over. It's 70 for no loss. And a timeout is due.
काफी टैलेंटेड है आपकी बेटी।
सर बड़ी होकर इंडिया के लिए खेलना चाहती है, उसकी फ्यूचर के लिए अभी से मैंने सेविंग भी स्टार्ट कर दी है।
फ्यूचर की बात है तो सिर्फ उसे नहीं, आपको भी मैदान में उतरना पड़ेगा।
मुझे? इनका मतलब है म्यूचुअल फंड्स के मैदान में। सिर्फ सेविंग्स नहीं, हर महीने म्यूचुअल फंड्स में भी इन्वेस्ट कीजिए।
वरना आपकी बेटी तो बड़ी होगी,
पर उसके लिए सेव किए हुए पैसे शायद उतने ही रह जाएंगे। सही है सर।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
मिर्च के लड्डू।
फैंटास्टिक। फूड के कल से फूड के कल तक मास्टर शेफ इंडिया 2 जनवरी से रात 9 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर। मुकाबला बेजोड़ होगा, यहाँ क्रिकेट तोड़ फोड़ होगा। इंडिया टूर ऑफ बांग्लादेश 3rd ओडी।
इस मिट्टी पे घर।
पापा साहब
बेटा, घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है।
भरोसा रखिए, घर मजबूत ही बनेगा।
एक है मौका, इसमें सब लगाऊंगा। अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा।
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही।
अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों?
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है।
घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक, इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट।
अच्छा बताओ ना, कौन सा वाला अच्छा लगा? 1501, क्योंकि यहाँ से फ्री दिखता है ना।
तुम्हें कौन सा वाला पसंद है?
1402।
क्यों?
ये वहाँ से बस्ती दिखती है। सोचिए कितना अच्छा लगेगा ना कि हम कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए।
ये सोच कर दुख नहीं हुआ क्या? हमारे साथ वाले वहीं के वहीं रह गए।
मैं 14 फ्लोर चढ़ के आऊंगा तो सपना तो अपने लिए देखूंगा। अब किसी को ऊपर आना है तो उसे ऊंचा सोचना भी पड़ेगा।
धूप में छाँव में चल सको, रात में तो चल जरा।
इस मिट्टी पे घर।
पापा साहब
बेटा, घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है।
भरोसा रखिए, घर मजबूत ही बनेगा।
एक है मौका, इसमें सब लगाऊंगा। अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा।
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही।
अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों?
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है।
घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक, इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट। लाइव सोनी लिव पर।
Dambulla Aura electing to bat first, 121 for 9. Started off well, opening partnership of 63. After that, fell away. 70 for no loss, the Jaffna Kings. There's 52 more to get in 66 balls. Not a big target to chase, but they started off well. That's a very difficult shot to play, especially on this pitch from Avishka Fernando. But what the Jaffna Kings will be excited about is what Sadira Samaravikrama is doing. 42 of 26, 6 fours, striking at 160 plus and into the team only because of an injury to Ramnullah Gurbaz. And isn't he taking his opportunity? They'll give him plenty of Manchikome after the game, that's for sure.
And he's going to enjoy those. That's all. That is the trophy everybody is playing for.
The team from Jaffna winning both editions so far.
Yeah, both these batsmen keeping abreast of things, maintaining a good run rate, keeping the bowlers under pressure. Been neat and tidy, both these batsmen.
Nur Ahmed played for Afghanistan in the Under-19 World Cup earlier in the year. Was with the Gaul Gladiators last year. It's very, very impressive. Everyone took note. Afghanistan were here last week playing 3 ODIs. Played in the 3rd one. Just couldn't settle into it as well as Afghanistan would have liked. Bowled only the 4 overs. He's not found his line or length as yet.
Yeah, he's highly talented. There is no doubt about it. The only problem, he over-tries. He bowled those googlies, flippers, leg spinners, Chinaman, what should I say? The off spinner from the left arm. And it was the left. He read the googly quite nicely, worked the ball into the gap for yet another boundary.
A term we used to use in the past. But you hit the nail on the head. He's reading what the bowlers are bowling. There's a lot of variety. We highlighted the skills of different bowlers. Not many batters have read what's coming. Sadira Samaravikrama as a wicket keeper seems to be on top of that.
Yeah, the reason why, he watches the ball very closely. Stays still and decide at the precise moment whether that ball should be played on the front foot or should he rock back. That's why it looks very elegant.
Just going back to the points you're making about Noor Ahmed, you can expect that as a young bowler looking to make strides in his career. Sometimes that excitement just gets to you. Oh, it's in the air. And he's played that shot because he knows there's no 45, so there's no danger if he gets the top edge like he did. So it'll get him another single. Usually Avishka Fernando is the aggressor, but he's showing that he's a thinking cricketer here. He's playing for Samaravikrama. Happy to give the strike. Now another factor on Noor Ahmed is he's made an impact on entry. Living up to those expectations can also wear you down.
Yeah, he has to learn quickly. He cannot pick up wickets with every delivery. After 10, it's 77 without loss.
इस मिट्टी पे घर पापा साहब बेटा घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है
भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूत ही बनेगा
एक है मौका इसमें सब लगाऊंगा अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही
अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है
घर एक मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक, इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट।
Dambulla on the toss, batted first. They were looking very good with an opening stand of 63. The 7th over, it all changed, and 121 for 9. Like our Jaffna Kings, well, the openers still together. Playing really well. Here's Sri Lanka's white ball captain into the attack, Dasun Shanaka. He's got to find a wicket. I like Avishka Fernando just knocking it in. Sadira Samaravikrama correction. The best I've seen him bat, so organized. There's times when he's gone after the bowling and played loose shots, but scoring at a good rate. And some top shots. Roshan Abhay Singh and Farviz Maroof now next to me.
Where he started, was not so fluent, but innings goes by. There's a misfield at cow point. When you're trying to defend a score, I don't think those kind of feeling helps. But fortunately, just a single, just on Sadira Samaravikrama. He has had a brilliant domestic season. I think that's where the confidence of that being carried towards this LPL. It's a great opportunity to be representing Jaffna Kings, the most successful franchise in LPL history, to represent them. And that too takes the opportunity, grabs it by both hands in place of Gramla Gurba's place, and gives that headache to the think tank. Some movement for Dasun Shanaka, the ideal length to get some movement, and he gets it.
Yeah, just to shift our attention to Dasun Shanaka. Someone who hardly bowls or doesn't bowl enough. I think he should use this tournament to try and bowl a little bit more. He's an all-rounder and needs to kind of showcase his ability both as a batter and a bowler. And it's good to see him bowling. Good to see him trying to do a job with the ball in hand, which hasn't really been seen at international level. He needs to do that a little bit more even at that level.
Add value. Yes, you're the captain. Still add value in any way you can. Now, another thing that's been standing out is a lot of the matchups that have been looked at. He's picked that up and placed it so well, Avishka Fernando. One bounce for 4.
Short arm jab. It's not that short, slightly dragged down by skipper Shanaka. The placement, the timing was spot on. Impressive Avishka Fernando Bennett. Decently well yesterday, coming back after injury. Looks like he has hit the top-notch form mark. Say the replay there, umpire is still consulting whether it's a 4 or a 6. Yeah, looks a boundary for me.
I think the line was wrong. That was the problem. Basul Shanaka was going outside the off stump, found some movement, but that time more in line with the stumps.
It's not really the pull shot that he plays, that shorthand pick-up shot, and hence it's effective for Avishka Fernando. Or even better, if you like that pick-up shot, giving himself width, hops into this one.
Probably would have given him some room. Correction, was trying to go over mid-off. But the length was short. He had the presence of mind to play that back foot punch. Was really close. Most important, not trying to hit too hard. He's trying to place it, time it, and does it perfectly. Not a bad delivery at all.
Yes, he'll have to re-bowl that one. That looped over the batsman's head. Matchups, there are 2 right-handers batting. Dambulla have a very good off-spinner in their midst, and that's Ramesh Mendes. He's not brought into the attack yet. You can watch that shot, how he hops into it. Very good from Fernando. We didn't see Dunit Welalage brought in to bowl for Jaffna Kings. You can answer this in the next over. Your thoughts on that? Holding back better bowlers on matchups, 89 for no loss.
इस मिट्टी पे घर
पापा सब
बेटा घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है
भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूत ही बनेगा
एक है मौका, इसमें सब लगाऊंगा, अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा।
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही।
अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों?
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है।
घर एक, मौका एक, इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक, इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट।
Some strike power available for the Jaffna Kings. Just on the subject, we spoke about matchups and bowlers not being used. I think Velalage's case is an interesting one because he was the player of the match in the previous game, 1 for 14. And it's about this belief that captains have, teams have, left armers bowling to left-hand batters. And in Velalage's case, they always had a left-hander, Manuka Rajapaksa, and then followed by Chaturanga de Silva. So I think that belief, where their reluctance to bowl to left-handers, really kept him away from the bowling crease, which was a shame. I think if you're an international class bowler, you should be able to bowl against both left-handers and right-handers, and I'm sure left-armers have dismissed left-handed batters. So that argument really doesn't hold water as far as Velalage is concerned.
But Chaturanga de Silva's got the ball. He's bowled 3 overs already. He's come in for his last.
Just on Ramesh Mendes not being used so far. I believe modern day cricketers is not to bowl the ball coming into the batsman, which I don't think so as well. I think there's a high chance of getting the batsman out by asking them to go for a big stroke. We saw in Banu Rajapaksha's case today, Viaskan was brought in and slow it down. It's a smart move. Sometimes we overthink too much, trying to be tactical. I think that's where most of the teams get it wrong. Ramesh Mendes is a class bowler with the height, the bounce that the pitch offers can be in a handful.
It's a good point. And with an opening partnership, with a good opening partnership in place, I'm surprised that the Dambulla captain hasn't looked at him.
The last ball that he bowled in his spell, Chaturanga de Silva was the best. We highlighted the fact that he went across, angled it into the right hand and it spun away. I think he did hit Avishka Fernando's pad on the way. Confirms with his partner at square leg, Ranmo Martinez. There was forward all over it down the leg side, siding across. Down the ground this time. Another lofted inside out. Nicely fielded by Ramesh Mendes. Spoke a lot about him. A decent fielder. And brings up the 50. Oh no, the partner, sorry. That's a Samir Vikrama. The partner. It was something that both these players have done well. Use that inside out stroke.
I think what Avishka Fernando in particular has done is he's used the spin of Chaturanga de Silva to very good effect. Played risk-free shots and playing inside out, playing with the turn. So he's managed to combat that spin of Chaturanga de Silva, who we haven't really seen him bring a ball back into the right hand. He's just spun it away. We haven't seen the ball straightening up, but we do know that he's very good at striking the pads where he looks for LBW, but we haven't seen that.
One run away from a half century, Samara Vikrama. So impressive, and I'm very happy for him. Been around for a while. Played 4 test matches, 7 ODIs and 9 T20 internationals. But, as you mentioned earlier, couldn't live up to his potential, but I'm sure the selectors will take note of this knock, the way he scored his runs. 12 bowled, 94 for no loss.
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना,
वो सपना जो बुना तुझे लगा गुनगुना।
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा, फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
The rains have stayed away so far. Lovely pictures, and the Gold Gladiators, they're in. They play later today. They've already played a game. Had an opportunity against Jaffna Kings, but couldn't finish the job. Lahiru Kumara back in. First over went for 11. Nicely paced this partnership and complementing each other nicely. Avishka Fernando and Samara Vikrama. All 5 fielders receiving the boundary. Last score of the wicket. Deep score leg, mid wicket, fine leg. Sweeper cover and third man. Plan is quite clear with Lahiru Kumara. Take it short, hit that hard length, use a bouncer when it's possible. And that's coming up. The next game, the Gladiators was lost yesterday against yesterday's victorious team, Candy Falcons. They were flying yesterday. They still haven't stopped flying. Plenty of birds. Flying right over the stadium. Five in the circle. Tasun Shanakas brought mid off, mid on in. Trying to close in on Samara Vikrama, who's eyeing a milestone. With Lahiru Kumara, it's quite comfortable in that back of the length and using the short ball. Playing to his strength, and understandably having 5 fielders in the ring, skipper Sanaka, especially with Samara Vikrama, eyeing a milestone. Short and quick. He's missed out, Sadira Samara Vikrama, attempting to help it on its way.
27 or 45.
Beat for pace there. That's what Lyle Kumara brings in for the skipper. Good height. And the direction was very well directed as well.
Half century. A very, very good knock from Sadira Samaravikrama, and this camp will be excited about that. The fact that he can come out and score runs like that. His first 50 in his third match in the LPL. He's got 12 50s in T20 cricket. The highest score of 100 to his name, Sadira Samaravikrama. Hopefully he can keep going. He's only 27 years old, so he's got a lot to offer, not only to the Jaffna Kings, but to Sri Lanka as well. He's a quality player.
Also a positive headache for the Jaffna Kings. He's coming as a replacement. Slices down to third man for a single. Well, one ball to go in the over, but I just want to leave a thought with both of you. And about Lahiru Kumara. Now, when you look at Lahiru Kumara bowling in T20 cricket, now we do know that fast bowlers develop a repertoire, they develop variations, they start to be skillful. But Lahiru Kumara we haven't still seen him do that. He tends to bowl quick. The occasional one that he bowls with his race the slow one, but other than that, in between, he doesn't seem to have anything. So how does he progress, or is this his role? We'll talk about it next door, because it's something that I would like to hear you two talk about. Single of the last ball, 98 without loss.
मेरी नजरों से चुना, तेरी हरकतों से सुना,
वो सपना जो बुना तुझे लगा गुनगुना।
कभी जीती तू, कभी मैं हारा, फिर भी खूबसूरत है ये नजारा, क्योंकि इसमें है खुला
कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
इसलिए ग्रीन लैम्प लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
98 for no loss after 13 overs. Kumar was quite consistent with the pace. The last over clocking 140, 138. The last delivery going for 144.
Well, Lahiru Kumara, this is the second ball of the previous over. There was pace, no reactions at all from the fielders. But there's a bottom edge going through.
I honestly felt I heard a body sound. I felt.
Just on the fact on Lahiru Kumar, Roshan, which you were asked, someone that got to be used in a different way. Yes, some players will have their own ways of bowling in T20 cricket, and that's where I think he was used well in Australia, not to be using in the death overs, use him in the new ball, use him in the middle overs and finish it off. And what he has is pace. Pace cannot be coached, or I think cannot be taught as well. So as a captain, as a tactical team, it's very important to identify his strength. Yes, from his side, he has to develop more variations, which he has done in the last couple of years. I think he has got a slow ball in, and that's something that he has to work on even more. But when it comes to Yorkers, that's where I think you're trying to make that point, bowling Yorkers in T20 cricket. That has to develop as well, and that too, he has a technical fall when it comes to bowling Yorkers. As far as I see, you can't bowl Yorkers from 11 o'clock. You need to come a little bit square armish. That's something that Lahiru Kumar got to learn if he is to have a successful T20 career. And it's very important as a captain how you use him.
And just to add to that, even his approach, he's got to focus on. The 100 comes up for the Jaffna Kings. What I mean by that is he's got to be a little patient. He knows he has pace. He's always looking for wickets and ends up bowling different lines and lengths. Whereas from a back of a good length, where he's got to bowl more of his deliveries,
That was close to off stump. Sadira Samaravikrama trying to finish this off. More on a back of a good length, and from there, the bouncer, the yorker, or whatever variation. 86 balls. Sadira Samaravikrama has already gone past 50. Avishka Fernando 5 runs short, and hence, even if it's just 24 balls you have to bowl. Oh, that's high. That's high. Two fielders trying to get underneath it and they can't. Once again, you'd say that was very well placed. Ramesh Mendis tried ever so hard but couldn't get to it. So 104 for no loss after 14. Required to notch up their second win. Lairu Kumara about to start his third over, so it's a little bit about patience as well. Work your way in, not look for wickets every ball. But he's got plenty of Shakti though, very well built for Sri Lankan. Avishka Fernando missed this one, didn't pick it from Noor.
Yeah, it was perfectly placed, but not intentionally. He was lucky because he was looking to go. I think he was looking to go with the turn. And instead, it went off a top edge, just short of the man, Ramesh Mendis. Desperate dive.
Trying hard to get a ball into his hand. Still not brought into the attack. It's the 15th over of the innings. 5 fielders in the circle. Oh, that's gone well over the batsman's head.
Digged it short. Pace was there, but the direction was good too, but the height. Never short of effort, Lairu Kumara. Came back to the World Cup, scored after a lengthy layoff from an injury. Bowled really well, replacing Dushmantha Chamira, and exceeded expectations during the World Cup. But as we mentioned about before, it's about being smart and being patient.
Someone you guys know well, your personal photographer. Oh, hammered. No one at mid-wicket. It's gone all the way. On a length, Samaravikrama, it's his first 6.
This is where, as a fast bowler, you don't want to waste that bouncer in the beginning of the over. Then the batsman is going to eye on you, try to strike, especially when you're 100 for no loss. Beg your pardon, 106 for no loss. The batsman is going to target. That's where I think Lairu Kumara got his tactics wrong. But saying that, a fantastic shot. Sadira Samaravikrama is technically correct player. We don't see these flamboyant shots from him consistently, but when the situation demands, he's up for it. And Lyndon Hannibal, rightly so.
10 required. Slower delivery. More runs for Samaravikrama. Everything going his way.
Fortune favors the brave. 2 deliveries before, it was a 6, and this one, slow ball into the pitch. Samaravikrama trying to target that mid-wicket area again. And in the end, just get a couple of runs. That was a 6 again. Flat, long, got the elevation just enough.
Another slow delivery which will get Avishka Fernando on strike. An opportunity to get to a half century, Avishka Fernando. He's played second fiddle to Sadira Samaravicram. It's been a wonderful partnership, 115. So far, both batters have treated us with some wonderful shots. Especially Avishka Fernando's punch off the back foot. It's really good to watch. I thought that's a difficult shot to play on this pitch where it sticks and bounces on you. Have to wait another delivery.
Lal Kumar persisting with that back of the length deliveries. And speaking about Avishka Fernando, so happy for him coming back from an injury, never easy. Especially the knee surgery what he had, the way he has hit the ground running the first game and now continuing that good form is not only good signs for Jaffna Kings, even for Sri Lanka cricket with so much cricket coming up.
His 19th innings in the LPL. He wants to have a go. Direct hit would have had him, but he gets to his 50, Avishka Fernando. That's his 5th. He's also got 100. And the Kings would love it to have him in form. At the end of the 15th, 116 for no loss.
Just 6 required from 30 balls. Jaffna Kings on the verge of another win this season. Another century run partnership at the top of the innings.
Yeah, this is comprehensive, isn't it? It's once again workmanlike performance by the Jaffna Kings. They were threatened with that opening partnership, made a strong comeback, and these two openers made it look so easy. Batted with all the confidence and the right ideas from the word go.
It's a great bit of fielding. American. But just talking about their batting and the way they've gone about it, they really have been exemplary. Take another look at that bit of fielding. He's about 5 meters closer than he normally would be, so he's had to really run and make sure he gets back to save that. Eye on the ball, big right hand out, brilliant bit of fielding.
He wants to finish it quickly. Was he off balance? Let's have a look.
Well, I don't think he's at any risk here of being dismissed, Avishka Fernando, from the initial images. Yes, as though his back foot is firmly planted. Confirmation that it was a legal delivery from Nur Ahmed. And Ultra Edge confirms that ball didn't play bat. Foot was outside and then just came back in.
It's good work from the keeper. And I think he's okay. Just got enough behind the line. He's actually done well with the momentum going forward and trying to hit the ball with force. That's what dragged the foot out, and sometimes very difficult to get it back in. Just wait for the decision. It's out! He's given that out! Well, I definitely felt there was something behind the line, just a little. Obviously the umpire didn't.
Well, the last picture showed us that where the booth was, you could actually spot that white line. Maybe that compelled the umpire to favor the bowler. Nevertheless, he played well. Avishka Fernando, innings of complete authority. He's done the job. It's 118 for 1 now. And it's strategic timeout.
बेटा सुमो, मिर्च की कहानी सुनोगे? कहते हैं 15वीं सेंचुरी में पोर्चुगीज जहाज में पहली बार मिर्च इंडिया लाए थे।
बात शुरू हुई मिर्च की हिस्ट्री से, पर बन गई सुमो की लाइफ में एक मजेदार मिस्ट्री। और फिर बचा नहीं खाने का कोई भी किस्सा जिसका मिर्च बन सकती थी हिस्सा।
मिर्च के लड्डू।
फैंटास्टिक।
फूड के कल से फूड के कल तक
मास्टर शेफ इंडिया 2 जनवरी से रात 9 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
मुकाबला बेजोड़ होगा, यहाँ क्रिकेट तोड़ फोड़ होगा। इंडिया टूर ऑफ बांग्लादेश 3rd ODI 10th दिसंबर लाइव ऑन सोनी लिव।
ख्वाब तक सिर्फ कश्मीर की आज़ादी के आते हैं। मुझे पता है शहीद को जन्नत अता होती है।
बॉम्ब फटेगा ना, फिर बॉडी के चिथड़े उड़ जाएंगे।
तबाही तो आपका मकसद भी है ना, अब इस पार से जाओ।
अगर तबाही हमारा मकसद होता तब तक कश्मीर कब्रिस्तान बन चुका।
अच्छा बताओ ना, कौन सा वाला अच्छा लगा? 1501, क्योंकि यहाँ से सी दिखता है ना।
तुम्हें कौन सा वाला पसंद है?
1402।
क्यों?
ये वहाँ से बस्ती दिखती है। सोचे कितना अच्छा लगेगा ना कि हम कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए।
ये सोचकर दुख नहीं हुआ क्या? हमारे साथ वाले वहीं के वहीं रह गए।
मैं 14 फ्लोर चढ़ के आऊंगा तो सपना तो अपने लिए देखूंगा। अब किसी को ऊपर आना है तो उसे ऊंचा सोचना भी पड़ेगा।
धूप में छाँव में चल सको, रात में तो चल जरा साथ में।
That is a big wicket.
जब लाइफ मौका देगी क्या करेगा?
मुकाबला बेजोड़ होगा, इस बार सिर्फ बदला नहीं, क्रिकेट तोड़ फोड़ होगा। इंडिया टूर ऑफ बांग्लादेश 4 से 26 दिसंबर लाइव सोनी लिव पर।
Just away from that fielder in that leg gully position, and there it is. Winning runs seals the deal for yet another victory. Jaffna Kings, they prevail by 9 wickets. It's been a convincing one, and we haven't really seen brilliant batting in this tournament. But Jaffna Kings, an anomaly. Great effort in this run chase.
Comfortable win. And this side, Jaffna Kings, they are gaining in confidence. They've got plenty of options in their bowling lineup, and the batsmen, they have started to respond well. And this is the team which is going to be mighty difficult.
Yep, they're playing like defending champions. They're playing like the only team that's managed to get silverware in the LPL in the first couple of seasons. And that, following on from yesterday, is a fantastic victory. Total control with the ball, and I think you've got to take your hat off to Cesar Pereira once again. I thought his bowling changes were good. I thought he wasn't afraid to get the spinners on who did the job yesterday, slowing down the scoring rate. With discussions, of course, in the commentary box around maybe Walalage should have been given an opportunity. When you look at the performance on the whole, 122 for 1, winning by 9 wickets. Any team and any coaching staff will take that, and that was the winning moment. Flicked off the hips, 4 runs, and a convincing victory.
And the highlight for Jaffna Kings in this game is Samra Vikrame, who batted so well. He looked in command from the word go. He was not afraid to drive the ball through extra cover. Never easy with a new ball for a batter. but he was very confident. You name a stroke, he played that.
Opening partnership of 118 between Samar Wickrama and that of Abhishek Fernando. They didn't really offer many chances and opportunities to the Dambulla Aura. Took the game straight away from the opposition. By the time Abhishek was dismissed, it was a foregone conclusion. Randika just finishing things off and securing a win by 9 wickets. What an effort with the bat. Spoke about that partnership, it had flair. Both players complemented each other. Abhishek in particular favoured the offside. Samara Wickrama getting an opportunity to open the batting. Well, he has created some headaches for this Jaffna Kings team. This is what the bowlers produce for Dambulla Aura. Surprisingly, Ramesh Mendes not used, but Nasun Shanika tried his best to create opportunities, and they were few. So a wrap on match 3 of this Mazza Play LPL T20 2022. It's the Jaffna Kings who go on to win by 9 wickets and now secure 2 from 2. Still, Dambulla without a win going forward. A look at the points table as we progress in this wonderful tournament. The Kings at the top with a clean slate. The Falcons had a convincing win in their first match, also with points. And the remaining 3 teams with a lot of work to do for the remainder of this competition. And of course, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-match presentation.
एक ना मम्मा थी। मम्मा ने खाना बनाना सीखा बच्चों के लिए। बच्चों ने बोला कोरियन खाना है, तो मम्मा ने कोरियन सीखा। बच्चों ने बोला मास्टर शेफ जाओ, मम्मा मास्टर शेफ गई। एक जिद जो बनी एक माँ की ख्वाहिश, क्या बनेगी वो देश की सबसे फेवरेट शेफ।
मास्टर शेफ इंडिया 2 जनवरी से रात 9 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
अच्छा बताओ ना, कौन सा वाला अच्छा लगा? 1501, क्योंकि यहाँ से सी दिखता है ना।
तुम्हें कौन सा वाला पसंद है?
1402।
क्यों?
ये वहाँ से बस्ती दिखती है। सोचिए कितना अच्छा लगेगा ना कि हम कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए।
ये सोचकर दुख नहीं हुआ क्या? हमारे साथ वाले वहीं के वहीं रह गए।
मैं 14 फ्लोर चढ़ के आऊंगा तो सपना तो अपने लिए देखूंगा। अब किसी को ऊपर आना है तो उसे ऊंचा सोचना भी पड़ेगा।
धूप में छाँव में चल सको, रात में तो चल जरा साथ में।
भैया भिंडी कैसी थी?
70 रुपए किलो, ऑर्गेनिक है मैडम।
70 रुपया? इतने में तो पूरा ठेला आ जाएगा।
मैडम वैसे इस साल की मेरी एक्सपेक्टेड सेल्स है 35 लाख, यानी बिजनेस का वैल्यूएशन लगभग 70 लाख। तो 70 रुपए में आपको पूरा ठेला तो क्या, उसकी 1% इक्विटी भी नहीं मिलेगी। एंड फॉर दैट रीजन आई एम आउट।
अब पूरा इंडिया बिजनेस की सही वैल्यू समझेगा, क्योंकि आ रहा है शार्क टैंक इंडिया सीजन 2 सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
पढ़ाई करके पैसे वो ही कमाते हैं जिनको जिंदगी को, दुनिया को पढ़ना नहीं आता है। लेकिन फॉर्मल एजुकेशन का एक फायदा मुझे मिला। आई मेट दिस वुमन, द लव ऑफ माय लाइफ।
मेरे लिए तू ना बना, तेरे लिए मैं ना बनी, दिल की मगर एक ही नजर, एक आसमां एक ही जमीन।
दोनों ऑड है भाई, मेड फॉर ईच अदर टाइप।
कुछ भी कूल नहीं होना चाहिए, सब कुछ फाड़ू होना चाहिए।
मौका देगी क्या करेगा
मुकाबला बेजोड़ होगा इस बार सिर्फ बदला नहीं क्रिकेट तोड़ फोड़ होगा इंडिया टूर ऑफ बांग्लादेश 4 से 26 दिसंबर लाइव सोनी लिव पर।
आप सबके इंतजार की घड़ी खत्म होने वाली है।
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! Perfect.
चौंका ही दिया यार आपने तो। ये दो शक्लें नींद में भी याद रहनी चाहिए।
आप सबका स्वागत है।
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation of this must-play.net Lanka Premier League 2022, powered by 1xBet and Fairplay News and presented by SkyX.net. Let me also thank our partners, the snack partner CBL Munchie, then the league partner BJSports.co, the energy partner is Shaq T, then we also have our ticketing partner Daras, and our official partners Nippon Paint, Shankar Sports News, Toyam, our official tourism partner Sri Lanka Tourism. Let me congratulate Jaffna Kings for winning by 9 wickets. Comprehensive win beating Dambulla Aura. Let me start off by inviting the must-play.net player of the match. He will receive an award of US 1,500 and it will be presented by Mr. Samantha Dodonvilla, who is the tournament director of the Lanka Premier League T20, and it goes to Sadira Samaravikrama for his 62 not out. For an outstanding knock, Sadira Samaravikrama in a very good opening partnership, helping the Jaffna Kings to win by 9 wickets. He's today Mass.net player of the match. Sadira, can we have a quick word with you? Firstly, congratulations. You haven't had your chances, but this time you took your chance. Tell us about the innings.
Thank you very much. First, I would like to thank my God first.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that I deliver in the big stage. So I was waiting for this opportunity and I was working so hard. I think I did well.
Yeah, were you under pressure coming into this game as a replacement, knowing that you're somewhat on trial?
Yeah, actually I had nothing to lose, so I have my plans inside, so I just stick with my basics. So I think I back myself every time wherever I play. So I think I'm really happy about the performance today.
All the best, very well played. Thank you for the entertainment.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, that is the must-play.net player of the match, Sadira Samaravikrama. Can I now talk to Dasun Shanaka, Dambulla Aura captain? Dasun, bad luck, not the greatest start you had. Where did it go wrong for you? Was it the batting or did you think you had a chance with that score?
Yeah, see, it's disappointing, but yeah, the batting part we didn't do our jobs. I think we didn't give ourselves a chance in that wicket. So what we need to do is when the batsman is in to capitalize with them. So we thrown our wickets in regular intervals, so it cost us the game.
Yeah, after a good opening partnership, you guys just couldn't handle the spin. What was really wrong there? You think the surface helped the spinners, or they bowled well, or again, did you bat badly?
Not actually, they bowled really well, and plus we didn't bat well in the middle pace, so where their bowlers came top. So I think that's where we lose the game.
All right, bad luck today, but all the best. Lot of cricket left, so you can certainly perform.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, time now to talk to the winning captain, who will come in and sign the ball for Daras, Tisara Pereira, the captain of Jaffna Kings. Let's have a quick word with you, Tisara. Got off to a brilliant start. You've been winning games from ball 1. Are you worried about it, winning too early?
No. I think it's good for us because again I have to mention our bowlers because this kind of surface they are doing really good job for us. So I think in this kind of wicket I think we have to score more than 160 I think. So that's why I have to tell my bowlers they are brilliant.
you're a rich side. You've got so many resources. I mean, replacements were brilliant. And yes, the man of the match of yesterday didn't even bowl. What was the reason? Don't need to allocate.
Yeah, reason means so they have so many left-handers, so then I don't need to give so they are they because Bhanuka played really well for the left armer, so that's why I'll keep him outside. So but still he's doing very good job for us during the fielding. So not to worry about because we have to go a long way.
Of course, no doubt. Very well played today. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our post-match presentation. We say well done to the Jaffna Kings for winning this game by 9 wickets.
A smiling to Sarah Pereira. And again, Dambulla winless against Jaffna Kings. Well, we have another important clash in store for you. It's a double-headed day. The Gladiators will face off against the Kandy Falcons. This encounter should be an entertaining one. That's up next. Stay tuned.
अच्छा बताओ ना कौन सा वाला अच्छा लगा 1501 क्योंकि यहाँ से सी दिखता है ना
तुम्हें कौन सा वाला पसंद है
1402
क्यों
ये वहाँ से बस्ती दिखती है सोचिए कितना अच्छा लगेगा ना कि हम कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए
ये सोच कर दुख नहीं हुआ क्या हमारे साथ वाले वहीं के वहीं रह गए
मैं 14 फ्लोर चढ़ के आऊंगा तो सपना तो अपने लिए देखूंगा अब किसी को ऊपर आना है तो उसे ऊंचा सोचना भी पड़ेगा
धूप में छाँव में चल सको रात में तो चल जरा साथ में
इंजीनियरिंग में मन नहीं लगता तेरा जॉब नहीं लगा ना तो यही लगना पड़ेगा गार्डनिंग के काम पे
सही बात है गार्डनिंग में क्या रखा है
सुना
अब देखो इस बार बिजनेस पार्क के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से सिर्फ 50 लाख का रेवेन्यू हुआ क्योंकि ओवरऑल मार्केट है बहुत छोटा है मात्र 20,000 करोड़ आप जॉब ही पकड़ो लगा रहेगा मन ऑफिस पॉलिटिक्स में अच्छा कटा है
अब पूरा इंडिया बिजनेस की सही वैल्यू समझेगा क्योंकि आ रहा है शार्क टैंक इंडिया सीजन 2 सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर
एक ना मम्मा थी मम्मा ने खाना बनाना सीखा बच्चों के लिए बच्चों ने बोला कोरियन खाना है तो मम्मा ने कोरियन सीखा बच्चों ने बोला मास्टर शेफ जाओ मम्मा मास्टर शेफ गई एक जिद जो बनी एक माँ की ख्वाहिश क्या बनेगी वो देश की सबसे फेवरेट शेफ
मास्टर शेफ इंडिया 2 जनवरी से रात 9 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर
अच्छा बताओ ना कौन सा वाला अच्छा लगा 1501 क्योंकि यहाँ से सी दिखता है ना
तुम्हें कौन सा वाला पसंद है
1402
क्यों
ये वहाँ से बस्ती दिखती है सोचिए कितना अच्छा लगेगा ना कि हम कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए
ये सोच कर दुख नहीं हुआ क्या हमारे साथ वाले वहीं के वहीं रह गए
मैं 14 फ्लोर चढ़ के आऊंगा तो सपना तो अपने लिए देखूंगा अब किसी को ऊपर आना है तो उसे ऊंचा सोचना भी पड़ेगा
धूप में छाँव में चल सको रात में तो चल जरा साथ में
Hello and welcome to the third edition of the Lanka Premier League. It is 2022. We've waited a while to get this one underway, but the excitement has certainly built and we start with a double header. We cannot wait for this one. A repeat of both finals, it must be said. The two-time Jaffna Kings up against the Gol Gladiators.
The two captains are also here, Tessera Pereira of the Jaffna Kings, and I've got Kusal Mendes, the new captain for Gol Gladiators. I think, Tessera, you're the home captain. Call is made. So Tails win, what are you going to do? And tell me why, Kusal.
Field first.
Just looking at the Jaffna team, great to have Avishka Fernando coming back. Then Kola Catmo, my God, he gave me so much of issues with his name. But it looks a very good side.
A new captain, new squad. It looks a very strong team when it comes to experience. The overseas players do get that balance for the Gol Gladiators. I'm really looking forward to seeing Movin Super Singer and Numanitha Fernando, two youngsters coming through the club system, getting opportunity.
Stage set. And here we go, first ball.
Straight away, Gabriel's opting the short run-up. I remember he did the same thing last year as well. Shot. Beautiful shot by Avishka Fernando. Shot, and there was some width. And the bread and butter for Avishka, anything outside the off stump. That gets the Kings going.
Lofted drive. Goes in the air, and the catch is taken.
That went miles. Well, Gurbaz hasn't been his day. That ball bounced a little bit, maybe a little bit slow off the track. And take a look at that, just positioning himself so well. Got underneath it. Very, very stable eventually, and a good catch. Not an easy one by any means, but a very good catch.
Gurbaz got 1 of 9. Kings lose their first for 9 runs.
Across the line, that's close. And that's given.
Looks very close. And he goes upstairs.
Ball tracking will confirm if the ball would have gone on to hit the stumps. And yeah, there's that bounce. Roshan Abasinga that you're talking about. It stays with the umpire. So wicket number 2 for Goal Gladiators. And Avishka Fernando goes for 9. Confident stroke straight away from TKC. Glorious stroke. Nananjaya de Silva, he's a classy player, very classical in his approach, and that's as good as they get. Shot. Elegance. Supremely glorious. Shot. Even better. Picked the slowness of the delivery and took the aerial route straight away.
He's looking to play shots from ball 1. Formerly he wouldn't do that. I don't think we would see him playing shots like this earlier on in his innings, but he's now trusting himself.
Oh, that's short. He's looking to go square on the outside. All he's got is the leading edge. And a good catch taken running in from mid-on.
Tom Colocatmore.
Slingy action, the ball goes across the right-hander, that's what happens. It's a strange place that he tried to hit the ball to. Could have easily gone offside. Pays the price, that's a big one. Colocatmore's gone for 6.
Beautiful. It's full, it's 2 straight, it's dispatched.
Head is still, and watch his head, he doesn't move. He's watching the ball and using his hands. That's where he's finding his timing, his positioning is good.
Oh, is that the outside edge? It is. He's opened the face, he's looking to play it through that backward point area. He's played a couple of good shots.
And the ball was pitched way outside the off stump, and the length wasn't appropriate to play that stroke. Had to pay the ultimate price. He was looking so good.
29 runs, that's all De Silva makes at the end of the day. 48 for 4. Hammered flat and hard, but skids off the outfield and into the boundary. That's the first boundary for Thisara Pereira this innings. Oh yeah, stoppage. Taken. That's a big one. Imad Wasim brought into the attack, gets the breakthrough. And eventually the top edge fired in. Yeah, completely looking to go against that line. Fired in a simple chance to Nuwan Pradeep. The Jaffna skipper out for 16, 79 for 5 now, the Jaffna Kings. Oh, lovely shot. He's got that into the gap, has he? Yes, he has. That's where Lala gave for you. Down on one knee.
Bandu Hasaranga, another sweep shot down the leg side again by Purnataranga. And a second boundary. Consecutive boundaries, just what the Kings needed.
Mistimed. Chance and chance taken. So straight away Iftikhar strikes, breaking this partnership, and it's the danger man Shoaib Malik that has to go.
Angling away from the right-handed batsman who was looking to go across the line. Outside edge, and nicely the judge catch by Iftikhar.
He's disappointed. He's worked hard. 30 from 27. The Kings now 118 for 6. Punch.